Okay, people, hopefully this will be the last part for now. What I'm trying to say as far as this, this is part 20, by the way, of this urgent to semi-urgent message. What I'm trying to say with this in particular individual is this. I find a lot of good points that he does make. He says he's been around, or been around since like, mid 90s or whatever. And well, if I trace, and I'm not just comparing myself to anyone, I don't like to do that. In most cases, I usually find, always find something from anyone that I can follow. But I certainly, regarding what I'm about to tell you, if I trace it all the way back, I mean, yes, this for me goes back to somewhere around the mid to early 90s and possibly late 80s, but I'm just going to say around 1990. All right, so here we go. It just seems strange that with all, especially recently, although I know they've been doing this for probably the past 5 to 7 years for sure, but I know as far as business and things like that, wow, just one of the other many coincidences, police or detectives are trained to not accept coincidences, but yet, when it's you, oh, you're reading too much into it, you're whatever. So anyway, it's just strange how I find a lot of my original work that is not, as of then, mentioned online anywhere, and all of a sudden the very next day I find it right on as one of the features by someone, and well, you can take this as a coincidence if you want to, but I sure as hell am not going to. It just seems to be that in every single case they fit the characteristics of a shill. Every single case. Some of them are well established. Some of them are newcomers, but not newcomers. And some of these people, you can tell, I mean, especially the ones recently, trying to play down this thing with Heather. I mean, you've got the same video under, 2, 3, 4, sometimes more different accounts with their, let's just say, if it's a, particular popular video site or whatever, they might, on their particular channel or account or whatever, they may change one word in their account name. And the video comes up, it's all posted like the same day, and one word is different in the account name. So it's very obvious. They even have the same thumbnail. You can tell they're trying to put it through the mill, because I actually caught one, and they communicate, as I've said earlier, they communicate a lot in the comment section to each other. And the ones in control that can control the number of views or length of video or whatever, I mean, they actually communicate like that too, saying that something's high priority, or this should be handled by so-and-so or whatever. They always seem to have a couple of floaters, and they just operate within that particular realm. Anyway, I just find it amazing that my original work somehow, I mean, the very next day after I finish it, ends up as part of or as a particular feature on someone's video or article or whatever. People I have even seen. So to put it in kind of a nutshell, I actually wanted to see how far back this would go. So I not only traced a lot of it back 5 and 7 years ago, as I've always mentioned, and those of you who know me, I've traced it back before then. And because one thing, if you don't know me, I'm extremely creative, people. You could give me a one-word subject, and I can write you an entire series of a sitcom or a movie or a whatever, and I can give you all the trimmings and everything, with all the suspense, the tie-ins at the end, everything. I can do all of that, just simply based on the creative side of myself. Well, let me put it this way. Let's just say the things that have appeared in front of my eyes over that time span. You know, it's funny, it sure does lead me to believe that they know that and have used, people I have caught original lines, and you can laugh if you want to or not, but I sure as heck am not, because some idiot who doesn't have any talent whatsoever somewhere is more than likely, getting compensated for, all this work and all the talent that I possess and all the work that I've done. Now, I'll give you a couple of examples. Actually, one of them has one of the that I saw, one of the lines in the trailer. That particular feature hadn't even come out yet. As of today, I think today's August 28th or so, 2017. It hasn't come out yet. One of them, as I sat literally trapped in a particular, let's just say a particular location, which I could not leave, that I was forced against my will to stay, and I could not leave, meaning I was locked in. It wasn't, what you're thinking, but I don't want to give too much intel out here, but it wasn't that place, but it was another. And I was just, think medical, but I was forced to stay there. I could not leave. I was held against my will. And it was one of the longest periods of my life, not to mention not being able to see my family or anything. Hang on. Anyway, so right as soon as I made it a very big point to communicate one particular thing, and I had to do it officially through, let's just say, somebody who was on staff at the place. Over and over, I would keep telling this person, just tell them this, because I had it already, which I still have, of course, but I had it. I said, just tell them this, blank, 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 exclamation, blank, blank, and I wasn't swearing. I was just saying, it was kind of like, go ahead and, blah, 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 that kind of thing, you know, get it over with, blah, 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 you know. Well, funny that at the exact time that I had stated as such, I'll have to come back to you in the next part, 21.